Alexa, can you pause Spotify, please? Oh, anyway, been a long time since I did a live stream. Oh, I need to move the... No, not that. Yeah. Move there. Or we could... Alright, we'll just put it in the corner down there. It's not sitting the way then. Hey, Drew! Thanks for joining. Appreciate you being here. Hope you can hear and see me well enough. Excuse the poor lighting, but working got. I'm just quickly finishing cropping some photos of the crafts that I've made earlier today, which I'll be posting on my Instagram and my Facebook page. Oop. That's good that you can hear me. I will show you guys some of the things that I've made earlier today, and then we'll do something fun. I've got a lot of work that I need to get done with crafts and keeping my space clean, but I'm just had to take some photos earlier of some of the work that I made today. I'm just editing the photos so that it has the background, because otherwise it looks like this and it looks messy. I think this is the last one, but I need to be extra specially sure. Yeah. So the photos of the work I've done, I will post up on my socials. Just haven't got around to doing that just yet. Because I had to get some photos and edit the photos. But let me show you guys some of the things that I've crafted. We have this really pretty blue and white sort of pearled bracelet with these little silver stars on the ends. We've got 2 bracelets with kind of like a pastel sort of shiny purple and 2 different types of white pearls. This one's got kind of a pattern on it, and it's got like a bit of texture and shine to it, whereas this is just like a sapphired pearl. And then we have a little similar to that, but with the darker purple, which might look blue for you guys, but it's a dark purple. You're just gonna have to trust me on that. And then I have these 2, which are similar to the others that I've made, but they're in a pastel sort of pink. I know on the camera it might look more of like a purpley color from what I can see, but they are a pink with white pearls. Let me just... That's 2, 4, 6, 7. 7 bracelets in one day. That's a lot of focus. And then my mum gifted me a bunch of like shells that she'd gotten from Gambia. which she was using to make some of her own jewelry, but that didn't work out so well. So I kind of tried it as well. So we've got a shell with a bit of this like shiny purple wire wrapped around it, and this pearly sort of bead at the top, and put it all together, and we have a necklace, which was quite fun to make. I hurt my thumb because I accidentally trapped my thumb in amongst the pliers, which was not fun. But hey, it happened. I'm okay. My thumb's a bit sore, but we'll manage. I'm also in the process of making some turtle coasters, so I've got a bunch of coasters which will be like the shell of the turtle. So we've got these really cute beige ones, and I have 4 of those so far. We've got these, I really like these ones, these little light grey ones. I have 3 of these at the moment. I need to make a 4th one. And we have this really nice dark grey as well. I only have 1 of these at the moment, so I need to make another 3. So we've got those we can work with, and I started making the smaller fins of the turtle, one of the two. I get the two confused. But it's basically just a circle with, and the reason why the tail's here is because once I've made like all of the circles that I need to, I'm gonna fold the ones for the fins in half and then stitch them across so they stay in this sort of curled shape. And I'm gonna stick some like stuffing in the middle, just to give it a bit of shape and character to it. I have a fun selection of different shades of greens that I've been working with as well. So we've got, oh, thank God, we've got these really nice sort of mint greens. They are slightly different shades, but they're super fun to work with. I have this like apple green. I have, I'm not sure what shade of green this is, but I like it. And then this is sort of like a lime green, quite nice, I'd say, or like a lemony sort of green. I have this one as well, which might look more of a yellow color. And then I've got these 2 different shades of like a foresty green. So there's a lot of different shades of greens to work with here. And then this is the more sort of beige color for the shells, and the dark grey, and then the light gray that I'm using. I can't word what I'm trying to word now. My brain's just gone. It was there. It's not there now. To make the bracelets that I showed you guys a second ago, I've been using this friendship bracelet kit. There's silver beads in here, there's leaded beads. Geez, I'm like halfway through a tub of beads. But I think I paid like £6-7 for this tub, and it was like filled like up to like here. So I've got a good portion of like bracelets and whatnot out of this tub. I have a good portion of beads left over that I'm not sure what to do with, but I will work that out. And I don't think the person who I'm about to mention will see this, but my mum has this really lovely friend called Janet, and Janet's been gifting me a lot of beads and fun things to work with, so thank you, Janet. For example, Janet gifted me these little interesting beads. See if I can show you some. So there's these little star-shaped ones that she gifted me. I have another yellow one of those and one in purple. And I also got gifted these really cute little heart-shaped beads, or like decorative things, and they have different letters of the alphabet on them. I haven't tried working with them yet, but that will be quite fun. And there's these clear little stars as well. Janet also gifted me this bag of beads, and there's so many different beads in there I don't know what to do with. There are so many different coloured beads, different shapes and texture beads, so that's been super fun to play around with. And I haven't used any of the buttons yet at the moment, but Janet also gifted me a bag of buttons. I think it was 2 bags of buttons. Yeah, Janet gifted me 2 bags of buttons. So Janet gifted me these sort of more white, like plain buttons, and she also gifted me some coloured buttons, and they're all like loads of different shapes and sizes and whatnot. So when I work out how to use those, that'll be fun to work with. I just haven't figured out how to use the buttons yet. But most likely thing button I crochet rustling. I gotta try not to fall off of bed. Some shades of green need to go. Lol. Yeah, there's a lot of greens, but it's helpful because I have my turtles that I've got to crochet, and at one point I was crocheting lily pads of like little frogs on, and that takes up a lot of green yarn. So I like to keep like a variety of. Plus, I get bored of using the same color all the time, so I like to keep like a variety of different shades of each color, to play around with, and then like mix and match which shade of each color I use. This thing is annoying. This is like a reel, or like a, I don't know what it's called, but it's basically just like a roll of wire, and it doesn't matter how well I roll it back up, it keeps somehow loosening itself and unraveling and getting tangled and making a mess. And it's rather annoying to detangle it because it sticks, and if it bends, it gets stuck, and if it twists around itself, it's just it's very fiddly, and it's very annoying to work with. I don't think I have actually used any of this wire stuff yet. I haven't actually worked out what its purpose is. Probably some sort of like bracelet or like jewelry related thing. We've got a bunch of different things we could do. I have this really fun color by number thing, but it's like with gems instead of like coloring tools, which I haven't done for a while, and I can't remember where I placed it. I know it's like tucked inside of a book somewhere, so it doesn't all like get lost or stick to anything that's not supposed to stick to. So there's a couple of things to do. I think I do really would like to try and get some crochet work done, because I know I haven't done any of that in a while. I'm just trying to there we go. Hopefully that should stop that from unraveling, because that is a pain in the butt. Oh, book. This is a very useful book. This helps me keep things organised so I can keep track of spending and whatnot. I've now got to a point where my brain's stuck and it doesn't know what to do. I'm not good with needle thread type stuff. Honestly, it's not an easy thing to do. It's tricky. It's fiddly. It takes a lot of focus and a lot of patience. And sometimes you might accidentally cause a minor injury to yourself from the tools that you're using. Like, I almost squished my thumb in the pliers today I think I did a couple of times, but I'm fine. It's fine. But yeah. I think things are going well. I'm just gonna put, like, all of the little pieces that I've crocheted just back in my little collection box, because they're so small, they're not attached to anything. They're quite easy to lose. So I'm just going to tuck those in there. Then it's all in one place, and I've put the bracelets. This is my little box. And due to me having started up my own business, with the work that I've just been showing you guys, regarding the jewelry and the crochet work, this is my little box. So once a project is finished, it goes into this box. If it's a project that I'm working on and it has a lot of pieces that are easy to lose, it goes in the box until it can all be put together. And then once I will like make a bulk of like different things and try and fill the box as much as I can. And then once the box is full, I'll take it to the shop. Alexa, can you stop, please? I will brush my teeth. It's just now is not time to do that. That's just there because I'm forgetful, so if I don't set reminders for me to do things, I'll forget to do it, and then I'll be a bit cross with myself later on not doing it. Right. And we've got apple green, lime green, apple green. So we've done you, and I've done this one, so I'm just going to tuck them over there. Don't need those for the minute. Yeah, can work. And I think I already had one. Yeah, I already had one started on this. You can see, like, from where I'm sat, they almost look like exactly the same, but you can see there is a slight colour difference. Only very slightly. But this is not supposed to be tangled. It's rolled so it doesn't get tangled. It's still tangled. Right. Oh. Let's work out. There we go. Untangled. And then I'm gonna need my 3mm. Oh, there's my yarn. Might be. There we go. Sorry, all of my craft equipment is over there, so if I end up leaning to that side of the bed, we're gonna grab some sort of equipment that we need. Right. So let me check. Where are we with this one? One, two, three. 1, 2, 3. Okay. So like with the smaller fins that I have for this, the smaller fins are 4 rows and the bigger fins are 5 rows. Then when we do the heads, we do 10 rows. Right, so do the 6 single crochet and then increase every stitch. 1 single crochet, 1 increase. So in this row, I'm going to do 1 single crochet here, which is fairly simple. And then the next stitch, I'm going to do 2 single crochets to do an increase. And that 2 single crochets, I need to do it in the same space to do the increase. Then from here, I'm just going to keep doing 2 single crochets in separate spaces, and then 2 single crochets into the same space. And I'm going to do that again until I get back round to my stitch marker. Hello to anyone who's just joined in the stream. Thank you for being here. And Drew, thank you for keeping the chat active. It's nice to have you here. Definitely makes it more interesting for me. Right. 1, 2 single crochet, and then increase in this one. Yeah, this tail piece here that you can see sticking out, that's from when we started the fin that we're making. Almost, but they're very different. Yeah, those 2 balls of yarn are almost the same, but they are definitely slightly different. It's a bit tricky to see unless you like really concentrate on it. But yeah, this little tail that's here, that's only there because when we started making the fin, I have to do a magic ring and then crochet into the ring. So then when I pull on the tail, it pulls it into a circle. And then I meant to hide the tail earlier on, but I forgot to. So to hide my tail, I'm just, when I put my hook through, I'm making sure that that tail is laid over the top of my hook, so that when I wrap my working yarn and pull back through, and then when I wrap my hook and pull through the 2 loops, that tail, it gets stuck in between the stitches and it stops it from being like loose and waving around. And it hides it. So we've done 1 single crochet, 2 single crochet. I probably should be wearing my glasses whilst I'm doing this, but I've gotten so used to doing it without my glasses that I feel like I don't need to use my glasses when I'm crocheting. Although I should be wearing them all the time, choose not to because I don't like it. Right, 1 single crochet, 2 single crochet, oh, and then I got to do an increase in here, which is just 2 single crochets. These turtles are gonna take a while because I've got to like make a bulk of them. So what I'm doing is I'm making a bulk of each piece that I need in each color I need it in. And then once I've got all of my pieces, I can stitch all of the pieces together where they're supposed to be. It's just if I crochet like each individual piece for each turtle, and then put each turtle, like make each turtle individually, it's gonna take forever. So if I make a bulk of all the different pieces I need, and then attach all the pieces where they need to be, then I'm hoping it won't take as much time as trying to make all of the turtles individually. But I haven't tested that out yet, so we're gonna do that. And now I've confused myself. Okay, so did it increase there? 1, 2, just done an increase. So 2 single crochets here. And then I'm gonna increase there. Oh, come back here. And then, oh, got 4 stitches left. Yeah. My brain won't brain. I can't word what I want to word. But yeah, I'm excited to show you guys how these turtles will look when they are finished, because they are a lot of fun to make, and although they can be quite tricky, having to crochet each individual piece and then shape each individual piece and put each individual piece together, I quite enjoy it. It's a lot of fun. Normally, so if I was doing another row, I would put my stitch marker back in through the loop on my hook. But because this piece doesn't need to be any bigger, I'm just going to do 1 single crochet into the next stitch. And then I'm going to take my scissors. And like I did with these pieces, I'm going to leave a long tail, because I need that tail to stitch the circle into the fin shape, and I will also need that tail to attach the completed fin to the turtle. Ooh, hiccups. Not fun. Then I'm just gonna pull that through and then pull on that tail nice and tight so it makes a little knot. And that's another fin done. Don't worry about this little tail bit that's sticking up, because when it comes to shaping the fin, we're gonna fold it so that the inside and where that tail is will be hidden and you won't see it. So you'll only see the one side of the circle. Okay, now that that one that I had previously started is finished, I can show you how I start the pieces. I'm going to take my yarn and I'm going to make a loop. It doesn't have to be a very big loop because I'm only doing single crochet. And I'm going to make sure that when I'm holding it, the part where the 2 strands of yarn cross over, I'm going to make sure that I'm pinching that nice and tightly so that that loop doesn't come undone. And then to hold my yarn, I'm going to wrap my yarn over my 4 fingers here so that it goes under my index finger. Ooh. I'm going to bring that over the top of my index finger, and I'm going to pinch that ring between my middle finger and my thumb, making sure that I keep hold of the part where the yarn crosses, doesn't slide undone. And I'm going to need my crochet hook. I'm using a 3mm crochet hook because that's what's more comfortable for me to work with. this isn't a tutorial, just kind of crafting them and show you sort of how I do it. Because I learned how to make turtles from a tutorial I found on YouTube, which was done by, I think, 365 Days of Diana. I don't know if I'm pronouncing it correctly, but I will try to, if I do share this live stream anywhere, I will try to find the tutorial and like tag person, because I only know how to make this turtle because of a tutorial that I found on YouTube. It is not my creation. I did not design the pattern. I just followed the tutorial. That's the only reason I know how to make these. So yeah. So I've got 1, 2, 3. I have 3 single crochets into my magic ring at the minute. I need to do another 3. 1, 2, 3. So I should have 6 here. So to double check, and I'm gonna count them. So I don't know if you can see it, but on this edge here, there should be like little V shapes. And each one of those little V's is a stitch. I should have 6 of those. 1, 2, 3, 5, 6. Yeah, I've got 6. Now you'll notice there is a little loop still here and a tail. The reason why this is called a magic ring is because when I hold this stitching that we've done and I pull on this tail, you see that? The loop shrunk. I'm just going to pull that tight. So that forms a circle. I don't know how well I'm going to be able to show you this because it's tiny and it's awkward. I'm going to need my stitch marker again. There we go. I'm gonna ignore this little tail bit that's here for the minute because we don't need it. And then I'm gonna gently wiggle my crochet hook into my first stitch. And then I've got to increase each stitch all the way around. So to do that, I'm just going to do 2 single crochets into each space until I get back round to where my stitch marker is. But yeah, if you guys have any questions, any queries, if there's anything you guys want to talk about or ask me, feel free. This is a safe space for myself and those of you watching the stream or in the chat. So yeah, feel free to talk here with me and I will try to respond to any messages in the chat that I see. I might actually put my glasses on for this bit because this is very tricky. It's small and it's fiddly and it's hard to see. Right. By the end of this row, I should have 12 stitches. 9, 11. Ouch. Sorry, my ring came undone. And that makes 12. There we go. That's a little bit bigger. A little bit bigger. I remove my crochet hook here. Not my crochet hook, my stitch marker, and replace it here. Right, so now that I've increased every stitch, in the next row I'm going to do 1 single crochet and then an increase, and then 1 single crochet and then an increase, and I've just got to repeat that until I get back round to my stitch marker. I'm also going to hide my tail in this row so that it doesn't get in the way later on. 1 single crochet, increase, oop, 1 single crochet, and then increase. Make sure that I keep that tail. One crochet, one increase, one single crochet, one increase, one single crochet, one increase. And I think by the end of this row I should have 18 stitches. One single crochet, and I should finish this row on an increase. There we go, and that pesky little tail is... Oh! Back's a little stiff today. Right, let's see if we can... That lighting help at all? My room's getting a little bit too dark. Okay. 1, 2, 3. Right, last row. On this row, I'm gonna do 1 single crochet, and then in the next stitch, I'm gonna do an increase. And then for the rest of this row, I'm gonna do 2 single crochets and then an increase. So 1, 2, and increase. 1, 2, and increase. 1, 2, increase. 1, 2, and then an increase. Almost at the end. 1, 2, and then an increase. And that is now finished, I think. We should have 4 rows now. Just going to do one more single crochet. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, 4 rows. To plug my laptop on charge. And again, I'm going to cut a long tail because we're going to need that for later on. And I'm going to wrap and pull that all the way through. And then pull it tight so it makes a knot. And that's another little back fin there. And I think I did that tail a tiny incy bit too long. But it's okay. It's fine. Right, so we now have 3 different coloured of the small fin. Where did I just... Yeah, so this one. And put that to one side. And then do this one. I haven't used this one in a while. This is quite a nice one. I like the colour and the texture of this one. And I think all of the yarn that I'm currently using is from StyleCraft. Really good yarn. Would like to do some more beaded work with you guys, but it's like 8:55 and my brain is tired. And my brain doesn't wanna. Yeah, I get clumsy when I get tired, and if I do any more bead work whilst I'm tired, then there's like a higher chance of me possibly injuring myself on the tools due to clumsiness. Also, hang on. Drew, let me up at Drew. Let me see if this works. If it doesn't, I'm hoping it works. There we go. It worked. Shout out to you, Drew, because your streams are super fun to watch, and I'm sorry I haven't caught one for a while. My brain has been a little bit scrambled. So yeah, shout out to you, Drew. I think Drew does a lot of game-based streams. I haven't watched one of Drew's streams in a minute, but definitely check Drew's streams out because they are a lot of fun. Alright, let's see. You see why this stuff is easy to get tangled up in? It makes a mess. Cheese. Cheese. God, what am I doing? Uh-oh. Might have a problem. My brain's gone bye-bye for a minute. It'll come back, I just don't know when, but it's gone bye-bye for a minute. Oh, I didn't show you guys these. I have these really fun little different colored bags. They're like shiny, but they're see-through. See? They're so fun. I normally put my beaded work in here. We could maybe next stream I might try and make some earrings or something to show you guys, but they're quite they're small, they're fiddly, they're tedious, and they're a pain in the butt. They're quite fiddly as well because there's not a lot of like material to hold on to, whereas with the bracelets or with the crochet, apart from when you're starting off, there's a bit more material to hold on to. Yeah, we're getting somewhere with the turtles. We've made 3 pairs of back fins. Oh. Alright. See if we can make do crochet hook. 1. Alright, I have to head out, lady. That's cool, Drew. Thanks for coming on. I appreciate your support. And have a great rest of your day or a great rest of your evening. Good luck with work, Drew. Hope it goes well. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 4, 5, 6. Alright. Magic ring shrink. Fiddly. Meh. Awkward thing. And I'm gonna put my yarn marker there. And I've got to increase every stitch again. Wiggle my crochet hook. 1, 2, oh. 3, 4, 5, 7, 9, 10, 11, say an important thing to remember when you're crocheting, especially if you're new to crocheting, is to be careful how much tension you put on the working yarn, because that will affect the sizing of your stitches. Another thing to bear in mind when you crochet is that the size of the hook you're using and the thickness and the density of your yarn will also have an effect on how big or small the sizing of each stitch and the piece overall. So that's just something to be mindful of. And if your tension on the working yarn is too much, then when you go round the next row, it will be difficult to get your crochet hook through the stitches. So you want to try and keep your working yarn a nice relaxed tension, but like still with a little tension there so it doesn't slide or slip. I mean, I typically work with a 3mm crochet hook or sometimes a 3.5. If I'm working on a smaller piece or like I'm crocheting a pair of earrings or something, I might work with a 2mm crochet hook or a 2.5. That depends, because if you want to make a big thing, you're gonna need a larger crochet hook, or yeah, a larger crochet hook and possibly a larger dense yarn. But there are a lot of factors that will play into how big your piece is. For example, the size of the hook you're using, the density and the thickness of the yarn you're using, and the tension on the working yarn. Did someone just come into chat or did someone exit chat? I don't know. I thought I saw a message somewhere and it disappeared. Alright. Sorry, I have like a really bad itch on my ear. No, I haven't done a game stream in a hot minute. I haven't streamed on Twitch in a while, like definitely more than a month. So I want to try and get back into streaming and getting some more content out there. I've just been really stuck for ideas and not really knowing what to do. Alright, I'm just gonna tuck this over there. Go in the corner. That being, no, not that. That being closed where it is bugging me. A little bigger, just not massively big. Gosh. I don't know how long I'm gonna stream for today, but I want to try and do like at least an hour or so. Hello to anyone new. Thank you for joining stream. Currently attempting to crochet some turtles. One single crochet. One crease here. And one single crochet there. Oop. And then do an crease there. Yeah, if you're new to my page, my channel, I'm not sure exactly what to call it, consider following. Feel free to interact with the stream in chat. And hey, if you want to see more of my creative chaos or some of the other interesting things that happen on my Twitch streams, then consider following. Sometimes my sister will come in and sit with us and we'll goof around and have fun, but my sister has gone to stay at a friend's house, so she's not home at the moment. And then I was debating on doing a stream this weekend, but I don't think I'm going to be able to do a stream this weekend because I have a friend coming to visit, and I'm really excited because this friend of mine is an amazing person, and I haven't been able to spend time with him in person for like 2 years, which sucks. But we do like a weekly FaceTime and watch a movie or something and just chat. It's great. Yeah, feel free to engage with the stream in chat. If you have any questions, feel free to ask. Just be mindful of how you word them. But yeah, I'm almost at the end of this row now. I should have 18 single crochets by the end of this. I'm not gonna faff over trying to count each individual stitch because it's tricky, it's frustrating, and it's time consuming. Okay, 1, 2, 3. I think I got pasta stuck in my teeth from dinner. Alright. And this one, I do 1 single crochet, and an increase here. And then for the rest of this round, I'm going to do 2 single crochets and an increase. That's my 2 single crochets, and this will be where my increase is. And I'm just going to repeat this all the way around. So 1, 2, 3, and then I gotta increase the 3rd. In a second, when I've finished this piece, I'll show you how the density and the thickness of the wool can have an effect on the size of the piece you'll make. Because so we have this. We have these 3 that were made with following the same pattern, but you can see that this one is slightly bigger than both of these 2, and that is because of the thickness of the yarn and the tension put on the working yarn. So you can see how even though you're using the same pattern, the same stitch, the same method, the same crochet hook, you're just using a different yarn, you can see how it affects the different sizes, which is, I find, quite interesting. For those in here who aren't so much interested in crochet might not find that so fascinating. But yeah, I appreciate you guys coming on here and just listening to me having a rambling at the things that I'm crocheting. So yeah, your support is appreciated. Thank you. Okay, so 2 single crochets. And then an increase. 2 single crochet. Now I've noticed here that my tension on my yarn is getting a bit tight, so I'm just gonna unravel a bit more yarn. Oh, right, so we just did 2 single crochets to do an increase here. Two single crochets again. And then I gotta increase this one. Another single crochet. I'm now gonna remove my stitch marker because this is the last row. Don't need my stitch marker. I'm gonna do one more single crochet. I'm gonna take my scissors and I'm gonna cut a long-ish tail because I'm gonna need that later to stitch this into shape and to attach this fin to our turtle. There we go. Another small fin. I have been live for an hour now, I think. Yeah, an hour and 2 minutes. I'm getting kind of tired, so I think I'm gonna cut stream here. Probably grab a drink, a snack, and then call it a day. So thank you, everyone, for all the love and support, for coming in and watching my stream and hanging out with me for a little while. I appreciate you all being here, and I hope you have a good rest of your day or a good rest of your evening. Please remember to look after yourselves, make sure you eat and drink something today. Please, if you're in the UK, the weather has been unpredictable and very warm recently, so please keep yourselves hydrated. But yeah, that's all from me today. And I will see you all